Ah, hello world, I hope. Yep, hello everybody. So, the subject of the video today is I've turned assets into resources and I improved the value of the green job. So let's have a look. Now, we're going to go over this new camera, so I'm wiggling around and see what everyone thinks. I'll give you the opinion later because when we get done, we'll get with it. We put in fifth wheel rack to tow various fifth wheel items. The ball fits into the Travelier. And we had it hooked up, this and that, but I have the refrigerator out of the wall, improving the roof. It's on this like that. Okay, cool. All right, let's move on. It's going to be a lengthy video. Okay, we'll start at the top. We all know what they look like, this and that. Okay, we'll do a tour of it. I hope. I can't see the screen. Right. Now, the first thing that comes to mind to me, and just to say, I watched a few fifth wheel rack installations on YouTube, and that's why I took it to the shop. I think, oh, okay, I'm not doing that. And I just don't have it in me. I'm, a bit aged. My skin wouldn't put up with it where it used to poke up into these truck beds and do those things. Right, so we're looking at it right here. We'll start out first up here. The thing I see up here is only one bolt that they had to cattywomp. Now in the other videos, that wasn't easy. So I commend them for that. The rest of them look real good, squared away, nice and flat. The bed ain't bent up real bad or anything. So that's commendable. I like that. A dink right there on this one. But, it's a truck. But I'm with that. I don't mind. See, they got dinks for other things, so it's a dink. So this is pretty, I'm liking that. That's, I'll say that's top flight. Could have blew out the truck bed. Bunch of shavings. Anyway, let's go under. Let me shut this. But yeah, I've watched these several times, and just to have one goofy bolt, even just a little bit like that, that is an achievement from what I saw folks doing it. Let's go under and see. Oh, I know what. Let's start from the underside here. Getting ahead of myself. Okay, let me see here. There's the brackets. Okay. They had to ding dong a little in there. Where am I at? There I am in the way. Okay, right there. Okay, I see. They missed the hole a little bit right there. That's one. And there's two more in there. But from what I've seen, that's not too bad. And look how they crafted the washer and all that. I'll just paint that and leave it be. I'm happy with that. That's, because I've done these things. That's thinking on your feet. So we'll paint that and good and tight. I'm not, buzzed up about that. Okay. This side's good to go too. And we'll fill that in with something and spray paint all that, and it'll be good to go. That one's good also. This one's good. Okay, let's go under and look up. Yeah. Alright. See, that's good and solid. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now let's go further. Okay. That one's a wide hole. Right. But they dealt with it well. I'm gonna paint that. I'm not busted up about that, because when I saw those videos, like I said, that's when I went to the shop. Okay, now here, see, these are like they call lug studs for your, axles and drums and all that. Those are knocked in well. I do believe he had a minute of a problem getting the proper drill for these holes, because they are very specific. I'll put in the link below or in the comments below what that drill size is, because I looked it up and such. We'll talk about it later. And that goes all around. Let's see where we are. See right there. A little tanglement, Let's see. Right in there. They're in there, and I put my hands on them, and they are, good and tight. So let's back out of that. And I went over all of them. There's one there, one behind the tank, which I bet you was a real fun thing, and everything. They're all good and tight. I mean, those studs. The question was raised, and I'm happy with the bottom. Very good work. I'm happy with that. Just little ding dongs that, because, okay, let's crawl out and see. Haven't done this in a long time. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get an exercise program on YouTube, crawling in and up and out under trucks and cars and changing your dang tires, over and over again. Yeah, anyway, let's go. Let's set this up and we'll speak, I hope. Let's go into the front of the hood. As far as the workmanship goes, here we go. Oh, we'll do it this way. I'm confused. You know why. All right, it'll be crooked because it's on the hood. All right, there it is. That was rough and tumble. Anyway, as far as workmanship, that's top flight. I'm real happy with that. They did an exceptional job. And what I'm going to say about that is, I got this goofy guy, right, showing up at the old garage door going, hey, I got this here kit in the box, I'll put it in my truck. And I've had it done, and you're like, well, bring it up here, we'll see. So I'll give them points for what? Right? Okay, that's cool. So, and plus you did really, really good, I must admit. Now the other part of it, so that's not quite what's wrong with this. Man, oh man, oh man, when I went in to pay for it, wow. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, let's go over one more thing. I think I did it, but because I'm like this, and it pertains. These washers are my only real issue, because I notice everything. Okay, they got squished in and stretched. Come on, guys. Right. Where am I at? There we are. They got flattened and spread. They're not locking washers anymore. They're not locking anything. Yeah. I'm not getting all tense. I'm getting all out of breath because I'm bending over. On these guys. See that? Yeah, they just got mangled. If you're going to bring that up, flat washers under them. And I'm thinking I'd put flat washers there. That's about it. I saw that, and that's on both sides. other than that, you know, like I said, top flight. Let's go. Let's move on. So we went to the office. Okay, went in and I had done this and this and that, right, the days before. And let's go, before we go to the office, there was a concern about a drill, that they had to get that specific drill that I had spoken of. And that's right, and then we need to come up here and speak of it. 19, 20 something, 30 seconds, something like that, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, it's fabrication shop. You're hunting a drill. I'll give you that, because I don't have one either, and it's the first time I've heard of it, because obviously I haven't done it. What got me was, I'm in a fabrication shop. And that kind of thing. And I was hoping, like, you didn't go around on the clock looking for a drill, did you? And in Pahrump, man, you can't find nothing. It's just a big, everything is the 7-Eleven of every company, Home Depot and all that. You don't find that. I don't think you do that, though. In my medieval mind, everything, you know, like I noticed that, everything runs through my mind. Okay. La 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 la. 56 subtotal, 727.10. Now she did give me a discount, because it was 805 something, and I almost had, like, you know, had to go call emergency services. But there was this rather pleasant but commanding young lady in the office, because, you know, I bet you she's used to hitting someone with, here's 2,800. I've done it myself, you know. Well, Mr. Johnson, here you go. And like, well, anyway. So very, you know, she handled a very good staff, very good. I can imagine. Anyway, but that, yeah, the labor and all that, the cost was like. Now, to clean that up, the last time I saw a shop labor rate placard up on the wall in the shop, it was $60, right? $60 shop rate. That was in the 90, you know. Right, after 86, because that's when I got out of the Army, came back, and worked at the tune-up shop, and like, oh, whatever. I didn't give a shit. Right. So I've worked the shops, and then with this here, you know, I've done things. I've grown hay. I've worked in the mine. You know, years and years of big giant truck. Put a bracket on that, and, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm looking at that from that perspective also. And this, yeah, I'm going to send this to the folks. I might put this online or on my channel, because everyone kind of wants to know. But yeah, so total. Well, anything about me on this? No. Okay. I'll hide this. And she got me a VA discount, this and that, and that softened the blow. That's why I think she's an exceptional person in the old front office there. And I commend her. All right, that's the video on the fifth wheel thing, but now I'm set back a month, because that's how much I get a month. You know, so I'm kind of broke. I have some, you know, this and that, but it took me, you know. On my side, I'm not bitching about this and that. That's what's is what. On my side, I'm like, man, there goes a month. I gotta do what, this and that. But I have a resource. I took asset and changed to resource. Now I have a way to tow interesting things. Now I must consider. This is a 1996 Ford F-150. It has a, what do they call it? A 300 Big 6. It's number 4 on the top 10 engines ever built. Up that with the R22 Toyota, which is, bruh, okay, but it's a 96. I could remanufacture, I need to remanufacture the drivetrain. Picture it. You know, I just put the rear end brake job. That was $200 something. $700 for a ball. That's got to get an oil changed. You know, and front, it's a 4-wheel drive, but I have to go through the front diff. But you know, it's a 96 with a 300 big 6 in it. It's the truck to beat. It's a 96. What does that tell you? Anyway, that's my thoughts. And Rod Paulson, okay, a little pricey, guys. Woo! But yeah, good work. It was good work. All right, and thank you. Okay, live by your wits, not by your worries. And take their word for it. Race fast, die in pain. All right. Peace. Bye.